This is everything that happened on episode 11 of ROT, in case you missed it. We did it, you guys. We finally got there. Frosted Mac and Cheese and Tiny Mac have finally dethroned the self-proclaimed best tag team of all time. We've seen over the last couple of months that they're willing to feign a bruised gooch injury. They're willing to dispute a handicap match in which they had the advantage. They're willing to claim that they didn't put the championships on the line and only offer up the belts that hold up their pants. We have seen so many tactics by the self-proclaimed best tag team ever. But finally, Assorted Mac and Cheese have officially taken the cardboard belts off of them. And the big story here is what Assorted Mac decided to do with those belts. We have officially seen the last of the Universal All-Star Grand Prix Worldwide $1 Million Championships. And in turn, Assorted Mac will now be the Twitch TV Tag Team Champions. Much like the Twitch TV title, these belts will be defended every single week. The next match, both Ezra and myself started a 4-person elimination gauntlet match, which ended with the two of us facing each other once again. And somehow, once again, Ezra gets a clean win over me. It's fine, dude. It's fine. It's good. Our next match on the card was a banger. If you've kept up with the show, you know that we have two women on our roster who have pretty similar motivations. Kay Miyowski and Brian Spector. Both of these women are in it for the love of the game. They're not here to pursue championships. They're not here to make friends. They're not here to team with other people. They are here because they love combat for combat's sake. It was only a matter of time before their paths crossed. This encounter was tense. We saw finisher after finisher, but ultimately, Kay Miyowski picks up a win over Brian. Next up, Sushi got a little bit of revenge when she went into a triple threat with T. Louie 09 and the leader of Mutiny, Hot and Spicy Curry. As we covered in our one-shot recap, Mutiny, Hot Girl Fight Club, they ruined Sushi's moment. She finally was getting her one-on-one title match for the World Championship against Tank Ceneri, and those two groups having beef, and that beef spilling into the title match completely stepped all over what should have been Sushi's crowning achievement. So on episode 11, Sushi finally got a little bit of revenge when she took them both on. This was a hard-fought match, but Sushi was able to walk away making the point, you can't overlook me. As the night went on, we saw Swooshy come to the ring to call out Jack the Colorful Cat. Swooshy and Jack knew each other in real life coming into ROT, and when Jack's character started this journey, he was this serious Ronin character who he was there because he was trying to hone his skills and strengthen his resolve. And Swooshy believes that somewhere along the way, no pun intended, Jack lost sight of everything. He's teaming with a puppet now. He has like a 7-foot lizard guy as his tag team partner. Swooshy intended to knock some sense into Jack and bring him back to a little bit more of his serious roots. But to Jack's credit, he was able to walk away with a win. We then moved on to the weekly Tank Ceneri Open Challenge, where the contender was an interesting one. You see, Tank Ceneri has the World Championship. Lux Gaming has the one-shot briefcase. At any time, Lux can cash that briefcase in and have a World Championship match against Tank Ceneri. So for Lux to answer the open challenge and knowing that he has that one shot in the chamber, we were all watching with a little bit of anticipation. You can't help but feel like moving forward, Tank kind of has to have eyes in the back of his head. However, Tank Ceneri being Tank Ceneri did give Lux a reason to have hesitation because Tank walks away with a clean victory over Lux. Keep in mind, if Lux cashes in that briefcase and Tank is still able to manage to pull out a win like he did tonight, Lux is disqualified from ever competing for the World Championship for the rest of the year. Our next match, it was an absolute barn burner. The team of How It Feels at Chew 5 Gum originally were booked to face Jack and Ignacio, but with Jack accepting Swooshy's challenge, they were left without opponents. So who stepped up to face them in tag team action? When Maiden Fallon's music hit and she made her way to the ring, I think a lot of us knew what was coming next because Faye Fire was her tag team partner. We got our official first Druids Grove reunion in ROT. And to say that this was the best tag team match that we've ever had in ROT is a complete understatement. The back and forth here was electric, with ultimately Faye Fire picking up the win. Something tells me that we haven't seen the last of How It Feels to Chew 5 Gum and the Grove going at it. Next up, 8 Corpses faced Fine Arts Fairy for the Twitch TV title. What can you say at this point? It's starting to look like 8 Corpses is going to hold on to that Twitch TV title forever. Fine Arts Fairy, it was an excellent effort. Then it was time for the main event, which I could not wait for. To give you a quick backstory, Mutiny, Hot Girl Fight Club face each other at one shot to determine who's the #1 contenders for the ROT Tag Team Championships. Mutiny gets a roll up on Coco. However, Coco's hand was under the rope, which means that the match should have continued. This match had everyone on the edge of their seats, and at one point we thought we were going to see Mutiny utilize the ropes again to get a dirty victory. However, the referee was on it this time, he caught it, the match continued. But turnabout is fair play when we saw Hot Girl Fight Club then try to use the ropes for leverage, which also resulted in the referee continuing the match. This match was back and forth, but ultimately Francesca gets a clean roll up in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Mutiny are your number one contenders for the ROT Tag Team Championships. And just to put that little, put a little extra on it, Mutiny grabbed chairs after the match was over and continued to decimate Hot Girl Fight Club as the show went off the air. Who knows where the story goes from here, but I will say, knowing Hot Girl Fight Club, Mutiny's got a receipt coming. You don't want to miss our next episode of ROT when it streams live Tuesday, June 9th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and join the Discord. And as always, we'll see you next Tuesday.